Hello and welcome. Today we'll embark on a journey to cultivate joy and tranquility in your home with the remarkable snake plant. The snake plant, also known as Sansevieria, with its striking sword-like leaves, is the perfect companion for this journey. This resilient plant asks for so little yet gives back so much. It thrives on neglect, making it an ideal choice even for those new to the world of plant parenthood. So let's begin our journey to create a sanctuary of calm and greenery in your home. Just like we find joy in a sun-drenched room, snake plants thrive in bright, indirect light. Think of a gentle morning sunbeam, not the harsh glare of midday. A spot near a window where the sun's rays are filtered through a sheer curtain is ideal. Snake plants are remarkably adaptable and can tolerate low light conditions. However, their growth might slow down a bit, like a peaceful meditation. Too much direct sunlight can be overwhelming for your snake plant, causing its leaves to scorch. Simply relocate it to a shadier spot and allow it to bask in the gentle glow of indirect light. Observe your plant. It will communicate its needs, and with a little attention, you'll find the perfect balance of light to help it flourish. Watering a snake plant is a practice in mindfulness. These resilient plants thrive on a minimalist approach to hydration. Before you water your snake plant, feel the soil with your fingertips. If it's dry to the touch, it's time for a gentle drink. Overwatering is a common pitfall, and it's like overwhelming our plant with too much kindness. A good rule of thumb is to water every 2 to 3 weeks, allowing the soil to dry out completely between waterings. During the winter months, you can water even less frequently. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of underwatering than overwatering. Just as we find joy in a well-organized home, your snake plant thrives in a cozy and supportive environment. Snake plants prefer a well-draining soil that allows excess water to escape easily. A good potting mix for cacti or succulents works perfectly for snake plants. When selecting a pot, opt for one with drainage holes at the bottom. These holes act like tiny escape routes for excess water, preventing the roots from becoming waterlogged. Avoid using pots without drainage holes, as they can trap water and create a breeding ground for root rot. Repotting your snake plant every couple of years will give it fresh soil and room to grow. Snake plants are remarkably adaptable when it comes to temperature. They prefer temperatures between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the typical range for most homes. Avoid placing your plant in areas prone to cold drafts, such as near drafty windows or air conditioning vents. Just as we shiver in the cold, snake plants prefer to avoid temperatures below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Prolonged exposure to cold can damage their leaves and hinder their growth. When it comes to humidity, snake plants are quite content with the dry air found in most homes and offices. Aim for a comfortable and consistent environment for your snake plant, avoiding extremes in temperature and humidity. Just as we nourish our bodies with wholesome food, providing your snake plant with the right nutrients will support its growth and vitality. During the spring and summer months, when your snake plant is actively growing, you can give it a boost with a balanced liquid fertilizer. Look for a fertilizer specifically formulated for houseplants and dilute it to half the recommended strength. Fertilize your snake plant once every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season, allowing the soil to dry out completely between feedings. During the fall and winter months, when the plant's growth naturally slows down, there's no need to fertilize. It's a time for rest and rejuvenation, much like our own need to unwind and recharge. Remember, over-fertilizing can be just as harmful as overwatering, so it's always best to err on the side of caution. Just like the joy we feel when sharing a cherished possession, propagating your snake plant allows you to spread the joy of plant parenthood. One of the easiest ways to propagate a snake plant is through leaf cuttings. Using a clean, sharp knife or pair of scissors, cut a healthy leaf from the base of the plant. Allow the cut end of the leaf to dry out for a day or two, much like we might let a wound heal before covering it. Once the cut end has calloused over, you can place it in a jar of water or directly into a pot filled with well-draining potting mix. With a little patience and care, your leaf cutting will develop roots and eventually grow into a new plant. It's a rewarding experience to witness the cycle of growth and share the joy of plant parenthood with others. Just like we communicate through words, plants communicate through their appearance. Understanding your snake plant's subtle cues will help you address any issues and ensure its continued well-being. If you notice the leaves of your snake plant turning yellow, it's often a sign of overwatering. Wrinkled or curling leaves can indicate underwatering or exposure to extreme heat. Adjust your watering schedule accordingly, ensuring the soil is evenly moist but not soggy. If the leaves feel mushy or you notice a foul odor coming from the soil, it could be a sign of root rot. Pests are rarely a problem for snake plants, but if you do notice any unwelcome visitors, a gentle wipe with a damp cloth or a spray of insecticidal soap will usually do the trick. As we conclude our journey into the world of snake plant care, I hope you feel a sense of joy and confidence in your ability to nurture these resilient and beautiful plants. Remember, caring for plants is a journey of connection and mindfulness, a way to bring the tranquility of nature into our homes. With their striking foliage and minimal care requirements, snake plants truly embody the spirit of simplicity and elegance. So, embrace the joy of snake plant parenthood and let these resilient plants bring a touch of green serenity to your space. Happy gardening!